Alright, you get to be the first person I'm recording a video recap for using the laptop. So hopefully these things sound okay. I will listen back after I do this to make sure it does. So let's demo the new things. So speed-based drills, pure speed here. Still focus on accuracy above all else. If you have any doubts if you did it right, you definitely do not want to go any faster. In fact, you may want to back the speed back down a little bit and get to where you know for sure it feels really solid. So the more we do this, the more we can talk about things to help you break plateaus and really push things further and further. So let's see. Yeah, always start at 60. Go up in increments of 5 every time you get it right. The faster it goes, the harder it's going to be, of course. And good chances you will fatigue, so you'll take like 30 to 60-second breaks as you go faster and faster. But every day you practice, always start at the 60 because you still want to make sure that you're locking into whatever rhythm it is that you're doing. And you will notice that picking mechanics will feel a little different going from slow to medium to fast speed. So just let your hand and your arm do what they want to do in order to play the notes you're trying to play. So that being said, play some different speeds here. 60, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the slow speeds, I'm basically using my thumb. I'm using my thumb to do this. I'm not saying you have to, but just want to point out what I'm doing. So this way you get an idea of like how things change for me. So you start to pay attention and notice how things change for you. And it's not necessarily a bad thing when the mechanics change. It's just a thing that happens. So here we go at 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still a lot of thumb movement there. 160. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still a lot to thumb. Here's 180. My wrist is going to start moving more now. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll notice that sometimes you have to put in a bit more muscle to control the speed you're playing at, and that's fine. 220. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crap. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. So there's a lot more arm involved with that. In fact, the picture brush was arm. This is definitely going to be all arm. You know, the elbow is going to be my pivot point. Fulcrum, I think that's the right word, is my fulcrum. My pivot point, I'm actually resting this part of my hand on the guitar. So if you don't do that, that's fine, but I'm able to get into much faster picking that way. 240, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 260. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually feel like I use less tension at that speed versus 20 slower, because now I'm able to tap into the ultra fast stuff. The last one I had to put in more tension to make sure I'm like hitting at the right spot. Here's 280. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I was right. So anyway, there we go. Let's get the other one up now. let's see, gotta do there. Okay. And here we go at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit the wrong note to start. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to move myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I let that ring out too long. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that cleaner. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. My goodness, am I off today? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 220. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes for things like this, I'll do a slight palm mute. That's totally fine if you do that as well. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 260. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 280. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Eventually you're going to get to a point where it's going so fast you have no choice but to hit adjacent strings as you're going from string to string. So you got to really make sure your left hand is muting very well. I'm trying to get to a point where I'm starting to do that so you can hear what I'm talking about. See if you even notice that I'm having to mute and like pick through adjacent strings in order to get to the next one. 300. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of doing it there. So yeah, it's definitely happening there a bit. So left hand muting is very, very important to make sure that when you do start hitting adjacent strings, and it will happen, that they're muted. And it's fine to do that. Totally fine to do that. It happens often at the really, really, really fast speeds. So, then yeah, keep working on memorizing the rest of the stuff from last week. I think it was a 4.2 you're still working on. And then we'll start working on music theory next time. All right. Any questions? Let me know, and I will see you on the road next week.